hello, Doctor. This is, Marina Topetu. We're back again to the show. This time we got some more questions for the good Doctor. Why did you get the people to play if people ended up not being able to log out?
As with any company, the aim to do business is to make money in exchange for a good or service. Dr. Takeishi Mateba, my partner and colleague in this operation, originally intended the game to be a game to reshape a person who has turned too selfish and greedy to have a chance to become a good person again. Through countless deaths and rebirths and reshuffling of personalities and identities, they eventually forget they were a criminal. For example, there are voluntary players and there are also convicts. Players that are jacked in and players that just have a VR helmet. And they were to be rehabilitated using the Samsara engine, which granted reincarnation. So no matter how many lives they've died to try again, they will always keep having rebirth and keep forgetting who they are and keep getting reshuffled because they'll have new parents every time. And yeah, that's how it goes. Think about it. If they were a criminal who got life sentence and they got thrown into this game because of a deal we struck with the government, then you can understand what's really going on down here. It's a prison without bars, giving them the illusion of freedom when actually they have no freedom. Also think about it for a minute. If these guys forget they were bad people and let's say they start getting back into the era of their ways, they become gangsters and whatever and drug dealers, treating this game as GTA, then they've learned nothing. They'll get jailed and shot time and time again. They'll get killed in the streets time and time again until they realize that it's not how to do it. But when will they ever come in contact with Buddhism? Because that's the only way out. There is two ways you can do it. Buddhism was the default way of leaving the game, but there is also an alternative way to do it.
And also got some other questions too. Why is your game building on police lockdown?
This is a subject I don't really want to talk about right now, but I guess I don't want to hold it out for too much longer. There is a dark side to all this situation. It's to do with Mateba, my partner, the one that taught me physics and cybernetics lecturer back in Fukuoka. He was also the person that invented the Mark 1 cyber body and got majority of the globe to get cyberized. So you can see how quickly he got rich overnight as well. So we had enough money to start the game company, and he says that all I have to do is put my brilliance as his good student to use and make the game as a programmer, and yeah. So after the release of the game, I didn't see his sinister plot until it was a bit too late. Basically, when he employed Buddhism, the religion, into the game, I thought it was just something he made up at first. Remember, I'm talking about Universe 6, so I hope the audiences here that are listening for the first time won't get angry if they listen to this part out of context. I'm talking about Universe 6, not Universe 1, alright? To Universe 6, there was absolutely no religion before the year 2138. The game was released in 2138. Later on, when we've done our research and we find out any multiverse that has any trace of any religion always inevitably ends up with one result: weapons of mass destruction, exploitation of money and women, and eventually the multiverse, their planet, will cease to exist. And it doesn't matter which research we conducted, it's always the same result. Therefore, the government ruled out the absolute banning of religion, because not only was it a hindrance to any other multiverse's technological advancements, it was a detriment to society. It didn't help society at all. This is the part where people will start getting offended after they hear me say this. This is not my personal opinion. This is what I'm telling you what happened. This is what happened. I'm telling you how it is. Pretty much 2 years after the release of the game, we started getting players leaving the game, trying to say he's the next Jesus Christ, trying to start his own church to make money and not getting taxed for it. And then he starts, raping children and whatever. Then we got some guy coming out saying, he's Muhammad. Then you got somebody coming out, saying he's Buddha. all kinds of nut jobs coming out of this game, forgetting who they are and thinking they're some messiah. Let's just say the future police dealt with it with extreme prejudice in the form of fully automatic fire. And we pretty much made damn sure there was no nut jobs coming out of this game trying to start a religion or a cult and try to overthrow the country. That was not the original intention of the game. So I suspected something might have been wrong with the good partner, Dr. Mateba. So what did Mateba do? Mateba wanted to dive into the game to see if there was a problem with the game. Why is that happening? He thinks there wasn't a problem. So he himself became a voluntary player and got himself into the game. Not long after he got in the game, maybe 2-3 years of him in the game, he came out. What did he do? He grabbed the gun and he stuck it to the back of my head. And he says he's not known as Dr. Takeishi Mateba anymore. He says he is the, Bodhisattva known as Betrayal, the one to save us all, the Buddha that comes after Shakyamuni. And he got his gun to next to my head saying, "You'll do as I say." Guess what? I know you're my protege student. I know you got it in you. With this game and with pretty much 85% of the entire world population inside your VR or our VR game, we can take over the world. And I was thinking, you're fucking out of your mind. It'll be the last straw before I turn against humanity. But what can I do? The guy's got a gun next to my head. He's also the guy that invented the Mateba revolver, and that was the big magnum he got stuck in my side of my head.